Greetings, beautiful siblings. I began this journey a little over a couple months. You know, giving up the need to be right. You know, it's always been hard for me. I am between two words. I am between two worlds. The past is fading. The lessons I've learned in this journey, they've been daily. It's the same. It doesn't matter if I'm being attacked by whatever. Everything that we interact with on the daily basis, it's all mental. And it's hard to understand why you go through, why you think those thoughts. But the one thing that never changes is love, compassion. And in this journey, I've noticed other people and their reactions and the way they interact with people. It could be light workers as well. I've never been one to single out people or disrespect people. But I'm noticing the world can change an awful lot. Beautifully lot. That's not it. The world can change for the greater good. And it really starts with us. Like, for example, I might have people that don't like me, that don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing or how I got into this position. That's a mystery to me too. To be honest with you, completely honest with you, I don't have abilities that you think I have. Everything is these downloads and all these mystery powers you guys think I have. They're all in the minute. Yeah, I can meditate for a while, and my meditation, it comes in the form of like soul review. Soul review or clarity, you know what it might. Also, I'm very grateful for you guys online that are tapped in. I will say though, I do have this love that wants the best in people. And I think it's that same love that has a healing factor, you know? There's no superpower that I have. There's no, you know, there's no ancestor or spirit guy that I can see. Intuition for me is like, it's like a feeling. You either feel right about it or you don't. Do you want to stay comfortable or do you want to stay uncomfortable? But the biggest lesson that I see in this journey is is how people get to where they got. Like, for example, homeless people. Some of them have drug issues. Most you can do is pray for them, right? And it's sad. It's a sad thing that I've been seeing, you know. But I just think, like, how could that have been prevented? Like, and then I start to think back into my moments of weakness when I was homeless, when I suffered, you know, alcohol abuse, numbing myself with marijuana, but all that did was just give me more anxiety, you know. And it's these choices, these thoughts. It's because we don't want to face the shadow that's in us, you know. The alchemy, the shadow work, all these credits that I receive, it's all because of love. Like, love I just don't want to see anything other than love. Like, and facing my demons and understanding, like, where I went wrong, and it was just a repetition of uncomfortable decisions that I knew were not coming from a place of love. Could it be low self-esteem? I'm learning now, whether it's magic that's targeting my mental mind or not. I eat it up or whatever, that's fine if that's true or not. But for people that have intrusive thoughts, there's an origin to those. Like, recently, like, if I get that, I tell myself, I'm beautiful. I'm B till I full. I'm beautiful. I'm not gonna project anything to anybody else just because I don't have a good self-esteem, you know? And I don't need substance to, you know, it's weird too, like, in this journey, you see people that are doing well off in life, right? Materialistic speaking or whatever it may be. But the one thing they can't face is their demons. Like, you know, like, the shadow work, it's just really getting down to, why aren't you giving yourself self-love? Given my past and everything, I've given my power away to people in the past because I was hoping that if I fill their cup, maybe they can fill mine, you know? And that's wrong. That's wrong because you're gonna constantly be exhausted. You're constantly gonna be disappointed. You need to find out why your cup is not being filled. Whether it's the trauma that you've been through and something that for example, let's say something happens to you that was not in your control, right? It's not in your control. That's pain, right? Then that pain can turn into shame. Then you're constantly thinking about that shame, right? And eventually, the repetitive thought of that shame kind of turns into guilt. guilt. Questioning why, or now you start, you're thinking then over time, you unknowingly rewire your brain to automatically think guilt when it started out as pain. And then that's where those intrusive thoughts happen. This is not overnight. And it's still not a quick fix, as you can say, but when those thoughts happen, I say, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. Whether you like it or not, I'm beautiful. Of course, I don't mean to sound, but it's very important that you learn to love yourself. You could take it as a shortcut to shadow work. It's just understand you are beautiful. And I'm noticing too, and I don't mean to call out nobody, I come from a place of love. I see a lot of people with beautiful gifts. Beautiful gifts. And you gotta understand, those gifts that were given to you, they were given to you for a reason. How you use those gifts is the real test. Me speaking right now, I'm going way out of my comfort zone. But it's true, like, in order to leave the past behind, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because what I'm saying is not to judge you. It's to help you. I love you. It's a lot of people that will get this message and will understand that I love you. And I say this because the gifts that were given to you were given only to you. Of course, other people may have similar gifts, whatever it may be. But you shouldn't compare yourself or ask why so-and-so. It's as much as you would like to think that nobody sees you or nobody like catches on, or if you're, for example, if you're not feeling good about yourself because you haven't done the shadow work, or whatever label you want to throw on it, you shouldn't want to, I apologize about the cars, but you shouldn't feel the need to want a negative reaction out of other people. I don't understand what you've gone through. You could try your best to understand what I've been through. But at the end of the day, for this new earth and new heaven, it's time we start building each other up. But start with you, build your foundation first with your self-love, your truths. The information is not out there. As much as you want to look, and I'm guilty of that, always hopping online trying to see who's got the message for me, who can help me out today. Oh man, it's right, it's all in me, and I shouldn't be afraid to speak on this. This is universal love. This love that I have, multi-dimensional, or whatever it may be, it's just love. It's just calling back your power, right? We've given love to those that may not be worthy of it. all you can do is pray for them. But focus why you have pain and shame and guilt, because those are the most dangerous things that you can do to your temple, especially in a span of years. And then, right, like, it's an ugly thing to have an automatic response that is so just messed up. So messed up. And it's, you know, it's sad and it's painful to relive those traumatic events or whatever somebody said, or, you know what I mean? Yeah. Tell yourself you're beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. And it all starts with you. Like, love conquers everything. Love. If you lead with love, you know. Like, for example, a leader doesn't have to be so assertive and, you know what I mean, all the time. I feel a leader is one that can actually step down the throne and just feel her or his people. Because how else would you know what decisions to make? Like, if you know so-and-so is dealing with so-and-so, or this village is needing so-and-so, how else would you know if you're not activated, participating, understanding, feeling, understanding, whatever labels? You can't sit, for example, can't just sit and judge all day. You're gonna have to get active. You know, I asked for God to hollow me out, to use me as his instrument. I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't see anything. Maybe I saw, like, I closed my eyes, I saw a few stars, and maybe I saw like a white light at the corner of my eyes. But the truth is, I just need to come on here and say something. What is it that's been within me this whole time in this month's journeys? I had to undo a lot of programming, releasing it. There's still residue. I pray all the time, please God, remove this residue. Or sometimes, yeah, the resistance is there, like, I'll be honest with you, but it's getting better every day, especially with this new thing that I'm telling myself. I'm beautiful. Because of the trauma that I've been through, I've had to rely on vanity sometimes. Like, that's false confidence. Sometimes I had to want to hear from other people. But you know what I mean? That can't stand on its own. And like today, somebody made a racist remark. And honestly, it just rolled off of me because I don't identify. I'm a being. We're all beings. We're beings of love. You just have to take off the layers that are suppressing your love for yourself and then for others. I think the greatest joy is sharing that joy to just to be happy. Nobody likes being in a room and you're happy and you see someone suffering, right? Kind of makes you feel guilty sometimes. So I think maybe that could be a place you could start. But don't overextend. That's something I'm also learning. I couldn't help out homeless people that were addicted to drugs, and I could just pray, and I said, God, please move in their life. Give them the strength to leave that trash behind. You know? If we all lead with love, there might not even be structure that's needed. Maybe down the line there won't even be currency if we all just shared the abundance that we carry inside of ourselves, the abundance on Mother Earth. But who knows what the future holds, right? I just know that we all have the love of God inside of us. I don't have no supernatural abilities. I just kept pushing forward. Just kept pushing forward. I'll be honest with you too. There were seasons in my life where I questioned God and I had my doubts and I left his side. But it's in those moments, actually looking back, and I tell you that that's when life went downhill for me, and I went through at least 10 years of straight back to back to back. And yeah. Besides what's unveiling now about my past, and I'm as surprised as you guys. I still am, but it doesn't affect me not knowing all the details about it, because I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful, and if I were to find out every little detail, it's not gonna take away the fact that I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful and you're beautiful. We're all beautiful. We shouldn't want to hurt one another because we don't feel beautiful. I shouldn't be having these intrusive thoughts because I don't think I'm beautiful. We all have flaws, but at the end of the day, it's just taking a look inward and understanding. Just understand you're beautiful. We go through things, we endure them. It gives us strength, it gives us wisdom. And then if somebody is facing something similar, you have an opportunity there to shine your light. And hopefully, you will shine the light in their darkness. You will aid another beautiful soul. You will. Life is beautiful, and it can only get more beautiful. the more that these souls wake up, you know, this great awakening, whatever you may call them, NPCs or bots, they're still a being, you know. I truly believe that all the beings on here are redeemable. I truly believe that. Everyone is redeemable, and of course everyone has free will. Don't overextend. Pray. Don't allow people to siphon energy off of you. And if you have this pain that turns into shame, that turns into guilt, then that turns into instincts, don't hop into a relationship if you're still feeling these things. There are people out here that know how to manipulate. It's a sad thing, you know. It's a sad thing that people do that, you know. So don't hop into relationships until you've completely nursed yourself out of that trauma. I'm realizing you guys think I have all these super abilities. Why why would I go into another trauma bond? You see, there's work to be done all the time, but it's just, the more work you do, it's that much more infinitely better you're making the world. Something I wrote down was, these intrusive thoughts, these bad traits, whatever it is that you have, is just a tool for you to get even to gain more light from that darkness. It's an infinite process for us to walk with God. It's an infinite process. It's becoming more love and light. I feel it gets lighter doing this. If it's a little, it gets easier. Don't think like, man, compared to last year, wow. Compared to 2 months ago, wow. Compared to a month ago, wow. Compared to a week ago, wow. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just came on here. I was literally like on the verge of like not quitting. Yeah, I'll be real with you. I'm like, yeah, there's moments where, yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's not sweet. It's not sweet all the time. You know, it has to get balanced out. But it gets lighter. It's not as heavy as before. It's just, you start tweaking things. It's refined. You're getting refined like a diamond. That's it. You know, I was like literally almost gonna crying, like praying, please God, what is it? What is this message? What is it? What is the download? You say downloads. I'm not a computer. I can't. You know what I mean? But I believe now. I'm understanding now. The alchemy. Because I've been transmuting this darkness to light, and because I've gone through so much trauma. And once again, too, I do not want to say I've been through the worst. I've met people, and God bless their soul and give them strength, God. But I strongly believe the more light you make out of darkness, the more God hears your prayers. And I always come out of love. I don't say, like, I'm not calling nobody out. I really, like, understand this. This is just an example. I don't say, hey, God, I really want that car. Or, God, please, you know what I mean? Lately, it's been about the collective. Well, yeah, I've been praying for water. You know, I've been praying for food and things like that. But it's like, the more you do for service of others, like, unexpected miracles happen. Like, yeah, sure, you're not gonna get the car of the year or whatever it may be that you really want, but it's a humbling process. You might even change what you want. It's a beautiful process, because, like, you have the doubts and you pray and you release, and maybe you still get them, like, when is it coming? When is it coming? I really need it now. I really need it now. But it's humbling. It's very humbling, because I'm still getting my water, I'm still getting my food, and I'm getting interactions and people talking to me and giving me guidance in the weirdest places. Like, I'll tell you, like, today I'll be honest with you. Today I went to a bar. I sat down and I asked for water. I asked, could I have some water? Because there's a lot of places that charge you just for water, which is, you know, that's a no-go in the new world for sure. But I'm sitting down, right, and there's a group of gentlemen drinking, and you know, you can see the negative spirits working in their behavior. But he said the darnest thing to me, man. Cause I told him I'm sober. He wanted to buy me a drink. I said, he's like, yeah, you know what, you gotta, it's not about your sobriety, it's about what is it that you want to do. And I'm sorry for I'm not mocking, I'm just role playing. But he's like, what is it that you want to do? And don't think about the sobriety, just start chipping at it every day, little by little. I was like, dang, guy, you got me, guy. Because today it was literally, I don't wake up feeling superhuman. You know what I mean? I actually woke up kind of I woke up very foggy, very unmotivated. You know, I'm human AF. These abilities, they're prayers that get answered because they're prayers for the greater good of humanity. And man, and he said he wasn't a believer, and I said, look, man, because he bought me food. He bought me food. And I said, look, I know you're not a believer, but God's gonna move in your life, and you're gonna see. You have a lot of knowledge. You help people out. You might even be amazed but how God can use you. And he brushed it off, and I said, that's fine, brush it off. But best believe that you're gonna get a sign. And he brushed it off, whatever, you know. And I was like, I was judging, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm telling you, I was human, and I could see he slammed down, you know, 2, 3, whatever, it doesn't matter. And you know, it's like, oh man, I shouldn't be around these people. Like, I started saying, you know, but wow, just that message he told me, start chipping at it. Like, wow. And that, I was wondering, like, I do these prayers, and like, I don't get these downloads like y'all. Maybe not now, maybe I will, but just start chipping at it. I'll tell you what my mission is. After that interaction, it got concreted. The foundation was just built. It wasn't just built, it was recognized. And I want to heal people. I'm going to heal people. I have healed people. And that was just confirmation, you know? It was confirmation. And I just have to start chipping at it one bit at a time. And here's my first chip. Well, it's not my first chip. It's my first... Just letting go, raw. This is me raw. There's no me trying to manipulate the speech. You know, this is as raw as it gets. Very raw. There's actually a video I recorded. I should post that too, just to show you. It's like, okay, God, what is it that you want to tell the people? And then I open my eyes and I'm like, thinking that some supernatural thing is gonna happen. But no, what's the truth that's been inside of me this whole journey, my whole life is, you know, you're not your intrusive thoughts. You gotta understand the root of that, because it's layers and years, and you know, you take the guilt away first. Don't feel guilty about something that was out of your control. Don't feel guilty about your past. Understand why you make those behaviors and choices and why you react a certain way. Like I said, everyone is redeemable. Everyone. Yeah. What else? Okay. Here's another thing too. So I said, don't get into relationships until you know, because you're just gonna be trauma bonding. And unfortunately, there are people out here that eat off of that energy. Just pray for them, release it. Ask for judgment, for justice for yourself, and just release it. And then just, you know, and there's people that will drag your past and just make it, you know, like, I'm gonna have to be specific, because there's beautiful people out here with beautiful gifts that want to mock other people for their journey or for the way they look or whatever it may be. Just understand that your gift is not meant for those things. And if God calls judgment on you because you've been used to, I don't know, you could say getting away with it, just don't be surprised. Because God's gifts were not meant to be used for negativity. Gossiping and invasion of privacy or whatever it may be. Whoever I'm speaking to, multiple people, whoever it may be. Understand that God sees and watches everything. I'm not perfect, again, like I told you, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying my best to be a better human. Things to not do is overextend, fill your cup, but don't be too guarded either. To love is to understand others, but it doesn't mean to be naive, and that's something growing up with all this chaos programming and stepping out here into the spotlight and understanding whatever you want to call it. That's another thing too. With words, I feel like wherever your intention lies, you know what I mean. Well, we might have to touch into that subject into the future or something, but what I know now, understanding, yeah, it's understanding because it's coming from within my temple to tell you this, is fill your cup first. And in order to like, look, this just came to me. You know, there's levels to water. There's tap water, which don't drink that. Hope you don't drink that. Don't brew your coffee with that. I know it might be expensive, but pray over it if that's your only, to take away the fluoride or whatever else they put in chemicals. Pray, and But there's levels to water, right? And if you fill your cup with still that trauma, still with that guilt, still with that shame, still with that pain, you're not. You could be overflowing. You could be overflowing. But the quality is not good. And that could actually affect other people too, if you're trying to fill other people's cups with that. So what I'm trying to say, to wrap this up, get to the root. Get to the root. As much as it hurts, you're not alone. I'm here telling you, when my story gets out and everybody sees, I would love to help people out. It's facing similar process, problems, progress, whatever, all those words. I would love to be there and let you know you're not alone. You're not alone. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to show you the strength, the faith that one has when you let go and you surrender to God. I'm letting go right now. Today I didn't start off like that. Today I was like trying to chase externally. I was chasing externally. But it's true. There's no more hiding myself. This right here is as raw as it gets. And the shadow work, the alchemy, you can read pages on 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 pages. But the truth is just get to the root of it. Who hurt you, or how did you hurt yourself, or what did you see that, etc. Release it. That guilt, that shame, that pain, release it. It does not define who you are. It never will. We are all beings of love and light. We do not come from a place of hate. People that grow up like that, that's their programming. Everyone is redeemable. And if you try, like I've tried with these people that came into my current recent journey, you can only pray sometimes. That's it. Don't beat yourself over. You planted a seed. That's enough. That's enough. You can tell them, may God move in your life. And that's enough. That's the mustard seed right there. Not only for yourself, but hopefully that person's free will or subconscious picks it up. So, you know what? I can't wait to make more videos like this, but it's like, there's the shortcut, there's the secret key, the alchemy. Just understand, like, why your automatic behavior, automatic thought process, is negative, because you're not negative. You are a positive being of love and light, and you're here to have peace, and just keep the faith, keep pushing forward. God sees everything and He knows everything. He will reward you. He will reward you. You'll see what I mean. Much love. May God keep you and guard you. And I hope this message finds you with a lot of love. Mwah.